Nice. So we might have to back off from this because we're getting a lot of heat. There we go. Oh, he drowned. Nice. Probably should have been more careful about that. He might have had some nice gear. You don't really want to drown anything if you can help it, because they might carry their stuff into the water. There's our boy, the Null Sergeant. No longer wearing... Wow, that's a lot of Null Sergeants. We are gonna take a little trip. I don't want to fight all three of those at once. I guess I can actually just rest here, can't I? I didn't think about that. Yes, I can. What do these guys have? I don't know what they're carrying, so I'm not like super enthused about drowning them. I could drown them very easily, but I don't want... Alright, we got rid of him. Wow. This guy owned me. Just shows you. Man. Alright, well, we'll use a fear. Well played, sir. You did me... I should have Tukima'd him. Man. You got me real good. You did real good, son. Alright, so I can't cast spells. Is this our boy? So can we get over here and... Alright. Oh wow, he disappeared because... Whoa. Where did he... That's weird. Oh, damn it. Man. Oh, stupid. Can I paralyze you? Got a nice stab. Too loud for my mic volume? This song might just be a little bit loud. Yeah, I think it's just a song that's kind of loud, and I might be mumbling a little bit. Yeah, it has some really loud moments. Oh, I need to enable one skill. What is our next skill? Yeah, I have to be really careful that I don't get like one shot or something silly here. Fighting, dodging, short blades, stealth. Yeah, the audio fluctuations are a bit weird like that. I have tried to balance it so generally it's okay, but sometimes it, you know, it's not always going to be perfect. I might need to lower the audio a little bit more. It's actually a little bit loud in my headset too, to be honest. This is just, I think, a loud song. Alrighty. What are we going to train? Stealth, yeah, so what's the cost? 3.8. Yeah, for sure. We'll go up to 12. Jeez. Wow. He had a Logitong of distortion. That's pretty nasty. I'm gonna try to par this guy. Oh, you are that was bad. You're a bad Logitong. Bad Logitong. Bad Logitong. Can't believe you did that. Oh, this guy doesn't have any weapon. Go back here. I can't believe he did that. He stole my... I'll never know. See, they probably all picked up, like, a lot of the loot here. I'll never know what I missed. That's probably the last of it. So we did miss out on a oh man, God, who knows? Whoa, probably not going to get to step. Jeez, that's a lot. Bring a chainmail, huh? Just got one left. Really hope that there's something in here. Wow. I got a bunch of throwing nets. We'll never know. If one dude picked up, there was a few guys who there was one banished, there was 2 drowns. This one probably just doesn't have all that much loot. I'm very upset by that Logitong. What is here? Vampiric longsword. That could be a thing that I do. I don't think vampires don't really get. Do they get any special bonus with vamp? I don't think I would actually ever use this. I guess I can carry it out though. I think they get no penalty when they switch. So I could go into long blades with this guy if I wanted to. Yeah, I just forget what it is. I always forget. Is that what it is? That's actually really good. That makes vamp a lot better. Hmm. I mean, long term, I'm not going to use it, but it could be a decent weapon depending. Yeah, +2. I mean, it's got some enchant, but the +2 dagger and the stuff that I have. Two hours and we're at D7. This is hilarious. So much explaining. Classic Gamma Funk. I could have just confused him to be more careful. I don't think that was actually a pretty effective way of dealing with that guy, but whatever. Well, well, well. It's a lot of things. Welcome to the Enchanter life. Oh, hey. That would be Ecumenical Temple, I guess. Odds of me actually successfully stabbing all this stuff are, yeah, not really gonna happen. It's too many things. Lunge is pretty good with EH. Okay. We're gonna take that stuff up. I don't want to give the ogre a free hit on me if I can help avoid that. The thing I'm confused about is well, I asked for that, didn't I? You move back, and it doesn't confuse, and then let's try this. Just one heal wounds is a pretty good. These things. I asked for that one, so I don't know what I expected. That's why that area is like so dangerous. Right, I'm not going back down there because Orc Priest, the only thing that's actually coming close to killing me at all. Still with 64 HP, although the killer bees were definitely hitting me, to be fair. So I was kind of asking for it. That's how this game gets you a lot of times, is combining monster effects, like something that can hit you and move fast for melee, and then something that can smite you from behind. So I was setting up the perfect situation for all of that to come into play. I thought about using Blink, but I decided a heal wounds probably would take care of it, and I'd rather have a Blink scroll available. And if it hadn't, then I would have had to have blinked. Okay, finally, no, of course not. It's why orcs are so complicated to deal with sometimes. Alright, so orcs out of the way, most of the killer bees out of the way. Okay, now perform wall jump. Guess we can go back and get where's Grinder? Yep, I was asking for that whole situation. I don't know what I thought would. This is because I know the really super scary earlier stuff. You can see me start to get a little bit lazier with some situations. All right, so what I'd like to do is take care of Grinder here. Probably the best way is use a paralysis charge. If I have to move out of Los. There we go. And now I can stab her. Down she goes. What are we going to take next? Probably dodging. Let's do some dodging. Actually, might be fighting. Yeah, fighting is about the same. You know what? I'll do some dodging instead. Get pretty good returns on dodging. Yeah, seriously, Grinder. Oh, she had another potion she was guarding. Next up, we're gonna take down Youth. Door, that's just on D2. We're just gonna kill him for his cloak. So we can Tukima him, and he's basically harmless. He had a glowing mace. Oh wait, I have, oh yeah, the shield. Actually, shield would be good now. That would be very good. Yeah, sending him back to the character selection screen. That's what Grinder's job is. Six, 7. Well, well, well. What a nice D8. Nice, happy D8. This is looking a lot better. There's Jackal. Get out your Jackal, yeah. It's Toad's favorite monster. Well, well, well. Cantrips, this is a good book. Confusing Touch, not so much. Animate Skeleton's really good. And that is a handy spell, and a port is excellent as well. I like this book. We'll probably, we can cast Animate Skeleton right now. Animate Dead would be preferable, but how you deal with him. I could have. I don't think you can Tukima. Yeah, you can't Tukima the longbow. So basically, there's no point in trying to mess with that. One thing nice about Enchanter, you have Confuse to deal with. Yep. The might kill you part is the reason why I just left her in an exclusion and did not mess around. I was thinking about going Ash, and I would have I had a Para Wand, and that would have been the exact same strat I would have employed. If I felt like I wanted to move out of Los, I was in bat form so that I could do so, well, so that I could just run away, I guess. But she would have had to have something like paralyzed me and hit me a bunch, and then theoretically bat form might have been useful. Because I could still use the wand, and I can still use scrolls and stuff. Okay. There we go. I didn't want to go after this with... To be careful, these orcs are probably awake now. Yep, there they go. So I'm just gonna get a little bit into more safety here. I can speed up. It's 2 hours to get to D, you know, I don't think it was actually D, but it was like D5 or D6. That's pretty funny. Obviously, we were chatting about all sorts of various things, but it's pretty slow even for me. I guess part of it is vampires are weird, and I don't want to screw up the streak, so I'm trying to slow down and play more carefully. I don't really super care about the streak until I match the last PB, so once we get to like 8, I guess I'll be slightly more serious about it. There's Hep. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be waking up. Really? Miracle. Resisted every one, huh? Had like full MP. I have a Para Wand if I absolutely have to, but come on, man. Down he goes. He's the one I cared about. Rest of you jokers, not so much. Another spellbook. Wow, the summons are real. Everybody's favorite Lightning Spire. It's a spell I could use if I want. Of all the summons, that one's nice because it's, well, Ice Beast, to be honest, is the one I would probably go for most, because it's just so good. Summons are a pretty fine way to like supplement what your character can do. Alright, we can probably go ahead and switch on this buckler now. Once that's at 4, we'll go back to some dodging. God damn. More priests. Alright, well. Really awful entry to the level. The rest of it's going well. 3 blink scrolls. Hello. This guy is not cooperating at all. I want to take another giant smack on the face. Wow. We are gonna leave you behind, my friend. I don't know what your mojo is, but it is seriously good. Oh, we have a new ring. No, we don't. We have a few RC rings. Got the RC covered. Still haven't found Lair. What we can do there is just try to confuse, and if he wakes up, I'd just duck around a corner because I can get him easily into melee. Okay, this is... dodging. That'll work. Don't want to be... There's a lot of wargs, yeah. I don't want to be fighting a bunch of... They hit pretty hard, and they are fast, so if you get into some trouble, you're not exactly going to be able to just... Oh, do I not? Oh, I don't have a shot, okay. It's like, what's that about? Of course, giant additional pack of orcs, what else? What else would there be? Howler Monkey. If it feels really safe, you can just move in and use EH, but Confuse is just... Oh, that's a Hound. Oh wow, I got the kill out of Los. The Centaur was just punching stuff at random. Okay, there's still a lot of stuff there. And they seem to like, there's this thing where sometimes it seems like the, orcs and stuff like that multiply. That's because you never quite see how many things there are. And it sort of shows how like important noise management can kind of be, relatively speaking. If you're making a lot of it, you're going to be running into all sorts of additional stuff that you didn't intend to. So you don't have to go absolutely nuts with it. Some people get really obsessive about it, but it's just something to be aware of. I confused this guy probably like 15 times. Oh, hey. Book of Misfortune. Yaris is a hex, right? Yeah. Some hexes we could learn if we wanted to. I don't really use Yaris. I might try it this time, but their transmutation. Oh, they're actually +1, oddly enough. Even though they mostly, you can transmute with vampires if you stay full or alive. And that's a strategy some people have done, so you can do VPTM that way. It's a challenge though, because your spells still cost, hunger, and you have to stay, in order to be able to stay in a form, you have to be, I don't think you can even be satiated. I think you have to be, you might even have to be fully alive, actually. That means you have to drink like crazy. Maybe I'll just let this guy. Much as I enjoy repeatedly confusing him every 15 turns. So this was the lair entrance that's basically guarded by orcs. There's a bunch of different variants that most of you have seen them all by now, but got a wand of dig, that's good. Imp is guarding. Why don't I just hit you? Imp was guarding the good stuff. Gosh, could I not get her? Form circing, yeah, okay, that's right. Those states did. Well, satiated is not a green status, Tumalu. Satiated is. That is satiated. So if satiated is sufficient, you're saying that I can transmute right now. But yeah, I think there was one in between alive, and maybe there's not now. Press to toggle properties depending on your... Here we go. Alright, this is it. Yeah, this is the table. This table used to be much more complicated. So now there's no longer alive, there's just full. And for transformations, yes. Okay, so you can still transform while insatiated, so that's good. That means that doing forms is actually pretty decent for vampire, so that's cool. Because it's not hard to stay at satiated. Full is, there used to be satiated, full, and alive was, people sometimes did form transmutations even back when that was a thing, because you could just stay at alive, but you just had to quaff like crazy. Yeah, this table has always existed, or has existed for, well, since I've started playing, but it used to have like 2 additional states on top of this. And yeah, it's a handy little reference table if you're going to play this species. So what you lose, I should have really opened this up at the start of the video actually and showed people, but I totally forgot that it exists. If you're thirsty, metabolism is slow, meaning you get less, you lose less, satiation over time. Bloodless is the lowest you can get, so you can't lose satiation anymore. Regen slows at thirsty, and you don't regen at all at bloodless. Stealth bonuses, minor, major. Your hunger costs for, I guess, spells are halved if you're thirsty. So that just sort of prevents you from dropping so quickly into bloodless. And then you get R poison, RC, at thirsty, additional level of RC. So if you want the resistances, you have to go to the less food states. Although you do get RN if you're satiated. Rotting resistance, very important. And you don't get any torment resist until you become bloodless. And if you're full, you cannot become a bat. So full gives you fast regen, which is actually very good. It's a significant amount of regen, I think. I'm not sure how much it is, though. Maybe it's not as much as I thought. If it's like 100, that's pretty good, but not necessarily amazing. But yeah, there's a table you can reference. You can also look it up on something like the wiki if you want, but it's kind of handy.